Welcome everybody to 48 Talk, episode number 91. I'm your host, Rage Baldi, as always. Joining me this time is the usual crew of DXTakamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and that Canadian guy on the bottom right. What's up, people?
What's up? What's up?
We're getting better at scheduling.
Hey.
Yes, finally.
Everyone has time, and for us Dutch people, it's like a lot early in the evening. Derek can still have a good night's rest, even though it's very, very late in Japan. And Yeo, you just woke up. So good morning to you.
Good morning.
Time zones and technology. So, how's everybody been? You want to share something? I don't know. Let's go first one who the guys in Japan with the news.
Hey.
Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah. So getting a little bit more settled. Still haven't quite got my rhythm, but I did score. I think in the working in the idol business department a little bit more. I'm getting a little bit more used to doing stuff. Ricky, the manager for Necronum Idol, is teaching me all about the idol business. It's very interesting. It's interesting because yesterday there was this huge festival called Gino Festival. I'm probably butchering the name. It was at Club Agiha at Shinkiba. And there's probably like 80 idol groups, and we're walking in, and Ricky, just even the way Ricky says hi to certain people, there's an art form to it. You have to do it a certain way, and if you don't, it's a major faux pas, and then certain other things happen, and it's just I'm starting to see a whole other side to the idol business. But what was really cool was yesterday. Just being around so many very famous, massively famous underground idols in Japan. Like, for those of you that know who Gang Parade is, they're just running around me. There's BIS, if you know who BIS is, which you should if you know anything about idols in the underground world. BIS is like the second biggest idol group and probably without dispute next to Bish, their counterpart. And there they are. And it's just like I'm just surrounded by these people. I'm still a little starstruck by that, but at the same time, like I'm getting used to seeing these idols just be girls and just do girl stuff, and they don't really pay attention to me or treat me as a fan anymore. Although one cool thing happened. I did get to see my Oshi Nadacha from Yanakoto Sotomuto. They put on a heck of a performance. I mean, it was insane. I got to catch like their last song, which is one of my favorite songs, and I was like so emotionally lifted. They were on the main stage, and then here comes Nada-chan. She's just walking in. She's like, "Oh, like Derek, like, hey, what's up?" And I'm like, I was so like shy, and I wanted to like just tell her, "Oh my God, I'm working finally, and we're gonna be doing stuff together here real soon with my show." And I was just like, Otsukare's on. I just like turned away. I was so shy.
That professional mask, that professional mask you need to put on now.
I had to. I wanted to be fan in that moment. I wanted to take. Oh my God!
You can.
You can't do it. So it's getting to be a little more painful on my end as far as choosing between fan and staff, but I'm seeing stuff nobody can see, and that's kind of cool.
Did she understand that though? That you were now as a working person there instead of a fan, so that you had the ideas like that you were showing, oh, I want to interact so bad, but I have to be professional, so maybe that will be more respectful. Or it's like, oh, when he's working, he's very respectful, so yeah, maybe we'll see him off work or something like that.
Yeah. I can't speak to her directly, but I will say just from I've met her so many times, and we know each other like in that sense. Like I was like a staple in her checky line. So I think a part of her wanted to be idol with me and like treat me as a fan, but then she had that same moment of confusion that I had. We both looked at each other like, I don't know what to do here. So she just scurried away, and I just like looked away, and Ricky just laughed because it was like, oh,
stop, son.
Yep, stop, son.
But on the other hand, like I'm getting a bigger picture of things, and I do get to enjoy the idol shows from like a backstage view or the soundboard. I can get on the sound stage and like I get to see different angles you wouldn't normally see, and that's not bad. And I'm also I can still be a fan. I just have to like when I go to shows maybe just chill in the back and like I can't be doing WOTA stuff, you know, because it's like
Yeah.
it sends the wrong message. So, but maybe some groups I will. I don't care what anyone
I
says. Like,
think it's still new, so you'll gradually know what is okay and what not to do. So right now
yeah.
it's just fresh and you're all stiff and it's like I need to follow the rules
Mm,
and not get fired. And then eventually, gradually,
mm,
you'll be like, hey, what's up? And like everything, you're like, oh,
right.
it's
Right,
fine.
right.
That's it's
Yeah,
always. Go ahead.
but to that point, that's my point. Like even Ricky knows a lot of these people. Like he works with them for years now. You still have to maintain certain distances with certain people, and some people you don't. And it's like hierarchy, man. Roles in Japan are a serious thing,
Yep.
and Americans, we just blah, we there's no roles. Give you a hug and kiss, whatever. No, you can't do that. That's like fired instantly.
One of my first night in Akihabara was I was walking towards the station, and I saw this
Hmm.
old man just
Yeah.
yelling, just this office man just yelling against this taller guy, much fitter, and he was grabbing his thighs like, "Oh, Kara!" like just yelling against him. And this guy was like, I know that guy could take him, like anything, or like, well, why are you letting yourself be abused by this? But that's his role. He's a senpai and he's a koi, so he's be like,
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
listen and be like, okay, I fucked up, even though
Hmm.
maybe wrong. It's like just amazing to watch, and you see people be like, hey, you're just causing a disturbance, not for the fact that the guy is yelling against them or just a little bit of abuse, but it's like, no, don't cause disturbance to other people. And I was like, that wouldn't fly here. Then it's like, I don't care what you
Hmm.
are, you don't touch me like this or something like that.
You're
So
going
Hmm.
down pretty much, yeah.
That's exactly it, Robin. That's the thing I have to unlearn because as an Italian American
Yeah.
especially, I have a temper and that temper
hey,
will come out if
what?
you cross me, you know, the wrong way and I can't do that here. You have to really
No.
repress it. And also because I'm literally the lowest person on the totem pole at this point.
Mm.
Like I'm doing Bupon for Necro no Idol and the fans are really nice to me because they know me now. Like they're starting to joke with me and stuff. So I can be a little more casual with them. But like we had new fans come up because it's a festival. People never saw Necro no Idol before. Coming up, oh, can I have a CD? Can I have this? I have to be super professional with them because I reflect Ricky's brand, you know, Ricky's
Yeah.
girls. And I can't be as jokey as I am with some of the fans. But even some of the personal fans, I got to keep a distance because then they could potentially use me to get in closer to the girls. And I'm starting to see that. Like Himari has probably the biggest fan base out of the Chrome girls. So it's always her and Sorry that are competing. And it's like I'm kind of like, you know, I'm always talking to Himari during the lives because she's super nice. You know, she always talks to me, and she's the easiest to talk to. Her and Sorry are the easiest. And like, I'm thinking like, are fans being nice to me because they want to get closer to her? You got to think about that stuff now. It's
Mm,
Yeah.
crazy,
basically,
crazy.
Derek, you're climbing to the top, but you just purchased a ladder, so
Yep.
That's a great way of putting it.
it,
Good. That's a really good way of putting it.
it really is gonna take a while. But it's interesting that you are a writer, pretty successful, I would say.
Mhm.
You know
Oh, thank you.
the whole thing that's coming up, and now you basically have to start from scratch at this point of your life, and it's also
Mm,
it's pretty difficult to do that. It's like at points it's like
yes.
I
Yeah.
have much experience in life, but yeah, the people where you're at now, they're like they don't care. You are new, you're bottom. You'll yeah,
Nothing.
you'll get there.
Yeah.
Just do your things, be respectful,
It,
and
yeah. It takes time, pretty much. It takes time.
It's humbling, but it's so gratifying. But let me ask you guys a question, all three of you.
Yeah.
Would you do it if given the chance?
Oh,
yes,
Would you work as
definitely.
staff, or would you
Definitely.
no?
yes,
Hold on. Would you work as staff, or would you prefer to be idol fan only? Because that's the choice.
staff.
Yeah,
Staff.
Steph. But I'm kind of in a different position myself where I have my own clients, I would say,
Yeah.
when I work in the tech industry. But when I'm as presenting a company, I'm like, sure, you may be my friend, but I have to stay professional. And
That's a
it's
very
my
Dutch thing.
it's that. Yeah.
That's a very Dutch thing to have actually, because I'm the same. At work,
Mhm.
I'm in work mode. If like friends of mine show up at work, I'll be like still be hey, but it's like, oh, gotta do this. Just
Yep.
the
Mm.
switch is on. But the thing is now, a fan, you can always be a fan. just not as certain areas, and you have to be like gradually getting in there, and being staff is actually higher than fan, and you can get more respectful because of your, where you're a fan of the idols or you're a fan of, because they see you work.
Exactly.
So instead of, you can go a level higher. The fandom, it's like we want your money, but now it's like we still want your money, but we respect you because you give back. It's more like this whole thing inside.
Exactly.
So yeah, staff all
What
the
about
way.
you? Yeah, Yayo? Staff or fan?
Staff.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
I'll be like those staff in the underground world that goes Wota with them. So.
There are some that do that though. There are some. I have seen there's a group called Candy Syrup. I'm probably saying their name horribly wrong. But I think their producer, he's always in the pit, like killing kids, like moshing and stuff. So he's a dude that made the group or something. So it's like he's kind of known for that. So there are some that don't care. They just buck the system and they get away with it somehow. So maybe in that sense, like, to me, it's like really respectful because like I come from the metal hardcore world, right? So like to what you said, like for me, it was like a sign of respect if me as a band member or as a manager were to get into a pit and dance for another band. And then if they did that for us, it was like a huge sign of respect. But there are idols that do that in Japan. Himuri's birthday show was on Monday, and there's this really big idol group called Garuda, and the girl Yuffie is from that, and she was at the show. And she was actually in the checky line getting a checky with Himuri. And everybody was freaking out because it's like, holy crap, it's Yuffie. Like, this girl's massively huge. And then Hanako-san like got in a checky line last weekend to meet Hina, one of the girls from Necronomidol. And it was just like, idols are, they're fans too.
Yeah, they're sashis.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still, you start as a fan and you have the work style, but you'll always be a fan at heart. So,
Right.
I think it's
Cool.
fine. Just be respectful. That's the most important thing. All right. So
Right.
thanks, Derek. Anyone else want to add
Sure.
something about how things are going?
Nah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah,
Good.
it's been nothing this week, right? It's like a
It's
little
relatively quiet, I would say. Yeah.
here and there. I think the biggest one for me was Nogizaka46 came out with their latest single. Come on,
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity, yeah, Synchronicity.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
But it sounds like an insurance commercial, man. The
well,
start,
no,
the intro.
even I think it's better. Our friend MrJoshbox,
Oh, GinoZX, yeah.
had made a commercial with like the opening start of
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity, and it's just it's really funny. Even with the disclaimer, it says please do not use this product to impress girls. Please do not use Nogizaka46 to impress girls or at a funeral. It's like. It's like this weird mind blowing, but yeah, it's okay. I think my favorite part is where Shirashima is going out to the front and no one's following her, and she comes back into the group, and it like explodes, and then there they go all walking. It's like a very stylish, classy style. So it's Nogizaka style with a dance feeling. How do I say this? This is actually what I think AKB want to have with na 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 na.
Oh, right. The mannequin style. dance or
Yeah,
something like that?
just to be in sync with each other. Yeah, Synchronicity. So
There you go.
that's the whole thing. So it's pretty good. Not anything blowing out of the water, but it's fine. What do you think, Yo?
I actually haven't listened.
Cool. DX, what do you think?
Well, I liked it. The song sounds quite uplifting, but the intro, man, I still can't get that commercial feeling out of my head.
Yeah, Josh ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man.
And what
But
do
the
you
song
think?
is always fun, but
What do you think, Derek?
Yeah, like people like some of our lovely and amazing fans, and I mean that with all kinds of love. they were ragging on like Teacher, the Teacher song, the AKB new song, Teacher.
Teacher,
Yeah.
teacher.
Yes,
Yeah.
teacher.
That's like the trend now, to double your words. Somebody wrote that in our comments. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And they gave a lot of examples. But yeah, so teacher. If you listen to the underlying structure of the song and like the melody, it's like the same thing as Synchronicity. But yet somehow people think Nogi's songs somehow much more mature and better, or maybe it's because the lyrics aren't, they're total opposites or whatever. But I don't know. Oh god, I'm sorry, Ron. Go ahead.
No, with teacher though, that's basically what I said. It's like for Produce 48 is coming up, and it's like K-pop
Yeah.
style, show the legs, be like more on that style. And Nogizaka is true to their style, always being classy. It's like
The
like
Orthodox idol, pretty much.
what's the school? I had like a whole thing school. So AKB48 was like the normal high school. Then you have
Yeah.
Nogizaka46 as like the what's the high school called?
Which one?
It's like another. Is it a boarding school? I think.
Like private school, you mean?
A private
school?
school. Yeah. That's Nogizaka46, like a
Yeah.
private school, and then you have Kayakizaka46. That's a military school.
Yeah.
That was the whole
Yeah, like-
situation.
Like to the problem. I mean, because again, we got comments why we don't talk about Nogi as much, and I think that's more my fault because I don't really want to talk about Nogi that much because I don't care for them that much. The reason I don't is because they're safe. They don't feel like they're doing anything really dangerous or interesting or innovative to me. Yes, they're good. Yes, they're amazing. They have beautiful girls in the group. They're interesting. Sure, I'm not ragging on them as a whole. I think Nogi has done fantastic things with their time. But it's not interesting to me. And Synchronicity is probably one of their more interesting songs to me. I do like it. I don't think it's a bad song by any means. But again, not dangerous, nothing really adding new to the song or the style. At least with AKB's Teacher, they brought up the whole controversy. They made it controversial. They challenged us to think maybe, like, is this from a moral standpoint, is this even a right or wrong song? What is it? Is it an okay song? And then you, Robin, glad you brought up like the Produce 48 thing, which totally kind of puts the whole song in a much different perspective than had it not be affiliated with Produce 48 versus Synchronicity. It's a Nogi song. It's they keep it's like to me, a Nogi song is like being on a boat with calm waters, whereas Ikea, it's like dealing with huge tidal waves and craziness. You never know what you're gonna get. And AKB anymore, they're just circling the drain. Sorry.
It's more like, yes, AKB just
No,
take
okay.
a lot of risk, and
They take-
like 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 times they mess up. He's like, well, we tried
Yeah.
this stuff, and it's like, oh, this is the horriblest thing ever.
Yep.
Okay, let's try again. And then one time they hit something out of the park, they really hit out of the park, because
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
the thing
Go ahead,
is,
go ahead.
they can really do these risks because the sales will still be the same. So the money, there won't be like
Right.
a loss or anything on that side. It's like, what do you want? It's like, I'm trying to talk here, and he's like, what he's trying to do? He's trying to make a message with the light.
Yeah, it was just he had to get his vote out.
Yeah,
man.
okay.
Yeah.
So the 48 talk is on this side, and this corner right here is just a separate thing, entity on the so.
But continue though.
Anyway, it's more Nogizaka being safe. It's like, I don't think they're ready to take the risk of maybe, you know what, the handshake events are not that much on their side, and they don't have daily theaters and don't have stuff. So money-wise, budget for Nogizaka46 is maybe more limited. And since Kea is the sister group of Nogizaka46, maybe they can take more risks, since the budget will still come from Nogizaka46 if things are failing. But currently they are not failing, so they are continuing this new idea.
Mhm.
So you have your income that will be safe and strong and stable, and then you have your extra account to be like, okay, let's do a little more risky stuff on this side. But the AKB side is like, we have so much backup now, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Right. So to add to that point, two things. One, I don't even consider K a sister group of Nogi anymore. Honestly, they're their own thing. They're ridiculous. I mean, they're just too good, and I'm always going to say that because they've consistently put out good stuff. So to that end, with AKB, you said that like every 2% or so they may hit it. You know, eight times out of 10 they failed. 2 times they don't. Yeah, I'll tell you the 2 songs right now. NGT's second single last year and NGT's B-side this year. Songs of the year right there. Seriously, like I honestly, what you gonna do? That's taking a risk. They build up a really beautiful like EDM style song. The MV perfectly complements it. But for me, the kicker with that song is the chorus. They went chill instead of up. And normally I don't like that. Normally I'm thinking, that's Nogi.
But the video doesn't call for super upbeat. Yeah.
It's sensual. It's like I could totally listen to that song driving a car at night and feeling good, you know, like going to the club or going home from a club and just feeling like I'm in that, like, it's just a cool mood. And like, it's just overall just musically cool how they did it. And like, I think you're right. Like AKB can take risks like that. And when they do hit it out of the park, it goes not just out of the park, it goes out of the stadium into the water, you know, but then it's all the other times. It's kind of like having a really good baseball player on your team who is supposed to be this big, like, great slugger, and he only hits, like, he gets on a streak, and then he's like strikes out 100 times, but then he'll hit like a grand slam when it counts. Like, it's just weird. Like, AKB is at that point now, but the key with AKB, they need to hunker down with the things that are working, and instead of being so experimental now, you know, instead I would say maybe not so much be experimental. I'm sorry. Be more in tune with what I think fans want and what really works. I mean, if you're gonna
stick with your strong.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, come on, like, there's an AKB formula that they should never have got rid of. It's the whole golden era formula. It was perfect. Like, I could listen to 400 songs that sound like Everyday Katusha. It doesn't get old because it's AKB style. You know what I mean? Like, it worked for me. Even in those songs, there's moments in each one of those songs that, like, you'll never forget. You know, Ogoe Diamond, when everyone's like, Suki, Suki, you know? And we're like, Iwaki maybe, where, you know, Sukida, 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 like that part, it's like I get goosebumps and teary-eyed every freaking time I hear that. Just that part. Maybe, I mean, the whole song's good, but that part, it's like, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So it's like, they figured out a great formula, you know what I mean? And then they abandoned it for all this new stuff they're doing.
Yeah,
I'll say stuff.
Gimmicks, I would say.
Hey, their coupling songs are great.
Oh, they're awesome.
Better.
Yeah, exactly.
The dance and Batsu. The What You Gonna Do. They've been consistently getting some cool songs, but by making them coupling, they're not rising them up to originality. They're not putting the emphasis on, hey, we can be creative now. But I just think AKB needs to figure that out, and they haven't yet. But I think they'll get there. I honestly, NGT's song restored faith for me. That second single, seriously, is one of the best songs I've heard in years. So if they could still do that, they're okay. We just not there yet. Although I do like Teacher. I do like it.
Or they're gonna try polka stuff or something. Or the infamous prediction we're making of a kazoo song coming up.
Oh man.
Robin, if we see a kazoo, like, we're doing like a special emergency 48 talk.
Yeah, it's like I want some royalties. I want some.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, but before we started the show, we watched a little bit of AKB48 show, and that's why we're talking about the coupling songs. So, they performed, and I'm gonna butcher this name again, so help me out here, DX, and do it slowly for the people.
Just a sec. It's called Namida no Yomen Chogyoku.
Yeah, Namida no Chomer.
Yomen. Yeah.
Just,
Should I do it?
Yeah, just not so fast, just for people.
Okay.
So Namida no
Yomen.
Chogyoku.
Yeah.
Chogyoku.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is performed by, like a few months ago, we saw it on All Night Nippon being performed by Kojimako and Takahashi Juri, but now it's on 48 show. and it
Yes.
was performed by the unit then from Okada Nana, Kojima Mako, Takashi Yuri, and Mukaichi Mion. And after watching this
Yep.
performance and this song,
I will never say a bad word about Bukashi Mion again.
no, you took my line. But yeah, all
yeah.
sins are forgiven from Mukaichi Mion because, you know what this remind me of at the first of all? It's like Diva. How how Diva was. If I really, really, really hope they make this group now into a unit, like a special.
Oh, definitely. Oh yeah.
Just, and I mean like full Diva. You know, having their own CDs coming out, their own concert styles, because yeah, this song it's really, really nice to the ears, just really nice to listen to, and you wouldn't say well. I would say the one that stood out for me is actually Kojima Mako. It's this is such a song for her. Like, Yeo's getting all excited. He's like doing for the past minute just doing that.
He
It's
became
like-
Kojimako. Yeah, he became Kojimako.
I changed his text by the way. It doesn't say that Canadian guy. It says the Yeo show now. But man, she really looked amazing there, and I fell in love with the clip I saw in Online Nippon. You know, where she was smiling and just doing the dance. But here as well, it's like you just amazing, amazing song and dance to this style, and I really hope they do more stuff like this.
Oh,
Yeah. What do you think? Since this is your girl and all.
Yep, go for it. Talk, man, talk.
Never mind.
Saying-
Go to Derek. I would say just say your lines.
Yeah, speechless at this point because Kojima. Well, okay, a couple things on that. First of all, Kojimako, like those legs, oh my God, they just stretched to high heaven there in that outfit she had. I never really cared for Kojimako or her looks. No offense, Yayo, I just never thought she was all that attractive. But boy, did she look pretty amazing in this 48 show appearance. Also, Akana Nana crushing it as usual. Takashi Juri totally crushing it. Mukaichi Mion, oh my God, like where did this girl come from? Like it was only last year. I can only picture her as what we used to call her. I won't say it, but now it's like I have a whole newfound respect ever since learning about her work schedule and seeing how hard she works. Now she's won the idol knowledge competition. Then she's crushing it. Can we say Sasenkyo contender? Big time.
From out of nowhere.
And then out of nowhere. It's like weird, like just I don't know with her. But the thing is, I like about this is it's a traditional Akiba song. Like it has like the whole it's so Akiba. And I love that because it's like talk about return to roots. It's a return to roots, but it's kind of a root that like I don't think AKB as a group ever had, despite being from Akihabara. I don't really think any of like their early songs really were like that. Maybe some. And if our fans can think of anything similar that Namida no Hyomen Choryoku sound like, please give us that because I know there's some fan out there that will be like, well, this song, this song, and this song. But for me, it's just interesting because, again, I was actually at a show in Akiba a couple weeks ago. Necronym Idol played a very rare show in Akihabara with, traditional Akiba Idol types and heard that type of song all night long. And then, of course, there's the Chroma with, their brand of, death and darkness, which is interesting. But they like playing with those groups every once in a while because it's fun, because it's just all idols. But I heard that, and I was thinking, wow, this song is really like that. But for me, it's those girls crushing it. It's like I just saw in a moment the Kami 7 makeup right there.
I'm really listening to you, Derek, at the moment. I'm distracted for the other side. It's just I'm really watching two shows at the moment right now.
I understand. You have Kojimako right there. It's really hard to pay attention to somebody as ugly and non-important as me. So I get it completely.
No, that's the
and
thing.
I'm happy that Kojimako is here with us. I really am.
I'm just impressed on how one person can be like this in a. But I get what you're saying, Derek, and really this is what I mean. So it's weird that they are I like taking the risk, like we just mentioned. It's great that they're taking the risk on this side, but do it with the coupling songs. Just don't do it with the main
Sure.
songs. But the other thing is, yeah, the sales will be the same thing because it's with handshake tickets and stuff like that.
handshake tickets. Or
So
thank you.
it's so weird. It's like I'm torn. It's like business-wise, they're not taking any, you know, they're taking risk, but not taking risk financially because they're such a stable income right now, so they can do whatever they want. And it's frustrating as a fan to be like, just give me good songs. But that's the idea. I think they're still trying to give good songs, or they're trying something new. They're trying to innovate a new style. And then the weird thing is, we're fans. We're like, well, we don't like change. Just give us the good style that we remember, that we like. But they're really trying to get more money, and they're really like, we need a new style, you know, somewhere that is like, there's someone out there who's not a fan from AKB48 yet, and that's the person we need to find.
Well, the
Yeah,
feeling,
you know-
the feeling I have with AKB at this moment is they're innovating for the innovating, and it doesn't really stick. That if you get what I mean, it's like they're trying something new, but it doesn't work, but they're going to continue with it anyway. So like,
Well,
yeah,
can I tell you what they remind me of right now? And Robin,
Yeah.
they remind me of Apple. They
Yeah.
lost their Steve Jobs. You know, honestly, like Apple is not the same company since he died. They're just not. They don't have anything innovative. It's just it's a boring company now. I like Apple. You know, still have my iPhone, but I'm just saying, like, it's just not the same. I'm loyal to the brand because I like Apple as a brand, but that's how I feel sometimes about AKB. They still surprise me though. You know, they still come up with stuff, or members, or something happens that it's always an interesting discussion with them one way or another. However, what I was going to say, my last point about like that performance, particularly about those girls, Juri, Kojimako, Mian, and Nana, I really kept thinking in my head, man, they would crush it on an underground stage. If those four just went out and did that song in like Akiba, like some small club, or just in general, just did songs like that. Like, again, I really feel, and AKB could steal my idea. AKS, if you're listening, please listen. Bring them to the underground world. Then you'll see creativity. Then you'll see the right way to take a step forward musically, because there's so much innovation going on in that world. And I think if AKB just glimpsed, they would see that, and then I think they could really redefine themselves. But bring the girls there, you know, give them work, give them some time in that world, and they would be well accepted, well received, and well loved, I think. And especially when they're doing songs like this song, it's very Akiba old style. It would be easily accepted. This is a total WOTA song. You could go crazy this song with the WOTA stuff. Yeah, I mean, here we go. All I had to do was say it. Yeah, I mean, it's literally, it's one of those songs, you know.
They really should do it with the lesser known members, you know, because then they can build up outside of the main group. They can build their own fan base in the underground.
Totally agree. Totally agree. It would be a whole different world. And believe me, the underground fans of idols are just as religious in terms of their devotion to buying stuff for the idols, to helping. I can't tell you how many times in the Necrodome Idols Bupan, their Checky lines, the same fans loop 20, 30 times if they can. Like, they buy 20, 30 tickets at a time. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
So pretty amazing. What are we showing now?
He has a handshake event from Kojimako as a background.
Yeah. Yep. Not surprised there.
No, that's the iPhone
anyway.
10 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so what do you think how they would perform on AKBingo with the dance battle?
Oh, that was a great save,
That's a
Robin.
They
That's
would lose.
good. Wow.
They
They'd
would
lose?
You think they would lose?
Yeah, because like the level on the dance competition is so high, and like Team 8 is just way out of the park when it comes to that. So
Okay, so let's review that then. So we had, I think,
Yeah.
6 teams in total.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Two times Team 8.
Yeah, 2 times teammates. You had the top of teammate and the ones who are confident in their dancing but not compared to the other. You had SKE48.
Yeah.
You had what do you have with Fujita Nana? Like Team K, just Team K, was that?
Sort of Team K-ish thing, I would say. Then you had Serena and Momura Aoi, and you had 16 Gen.
Oh yeah, 16 Gen as well.
Yes.
So, what's your take on that week's or 2 weeks episodes?
Well, of course, Yeah, it was kind of expected for Yokoyama Yui, Team H Yokoyama Yui, Ikumin, and Yamada Nanami. That team, when I first saw their performance, it's like, yeah, they will probably win this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was amazing that Takahiro was there from
Yeah.
Nogizaka46, and then looking at all this talent. And they were very critical at points at certain teams. But yeah, when Team 8 performed, they were like, something negative. Well, maybe the facial things or something, but other than that, they had no clue of something negative. And when I heard that, it's like, well, I don't need to watch next week because no one can top that.
Yeah.
There was a funny picture came up when SKE48 was next up, and they were at judging, and they were done with performing, and you can see teammate, like, especially Ikumin, like, be like, don't you dare. It's like, no, we're better than you. It's like, whoa, this is the feeling, the like how much passion is behind, getting that name out there of being best dancing of the entire group. But yeah, the level was pretty high as well. And like Miramon said, this is pretty weird for an AK bingo show to be like this.
Yeah, exactly. Normally, AKBingo is more like families just having fun, but this was
Right,
pretty
yeah.
serious. It was pretty serious. Like,
Oh, it got pretty serious, yeah. But Yayo, your team, man, Team 8. I mean, what do you think? I mean, that was
There's not
insane.
even an OC of me there on the winning team, though.
True. But what do you think? I mean, overall, I mean, do
Yeah.
you think they deserved it?
Like, they've been crushing it since last time, so, like, yeah, like, teammate actually deserves this. Like, they want, like, I'm telling you, like, they need a new, just teammate MB. Like, this girls just need just straight up MB of teammate. But
was there anything that was coming close to beating teammate of the other teams?
Maybe the 16 gen. Takahiro seems to pretty like
well,
them,
no,
so.
he just likes them because they're fresh and as a group, and that's why he's in Nogizaka46 right now. That was the idea behind it, because he was very critical of them, but he's like, he can see the potential because they're a big group. No, but yeah, what do you think? Was there any that was close of beating teammate?
I don't think so, but like I think the closest one is like the HKT.
HKT, really?
Yeah, Motomura Aoi and Serena, I think. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because like if you share your knowledge, like it would call love too. And like some like producer, I think they would be close. Like if you're a teacher and like if you could actually teach like dance moves like that, then being good.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, DX?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the HKT or the 16 gen, but I'm hovering towards HKT in terms of getting close to beating Team 8 because their dance seemed to be really on point as well. So.
Okay, Derek?
So, lots of different things to say. I think first of all, overall, Takahiro, I think was a little maybe overly harsh. I don't know, and I think some of our fans kind of pointed it out. This is the guy who did the choreography for Shoot Sign, I believe.
Yeah.
He has no room to talk. Like, period. If that's true. I don't know. I thought they were a little too serious. Like even in the singing competitions, like with all the diva battles, like the comments that were given to the singers were inflected with kindness, even though some of them were critical. But like they had a good blend of comments that were like not too mean, whereas this was like pretty brutal at times. I mean, when you have idols crying because of it, and like maybe justifiably. I don't know, like this is supposed to be a variety show, so I didn't like that aspect of it. But I will say this: I thought SKE48 crushed it. I thought they were amazing.
Pretty good.
I was actually, yeah, they were good. To be expected from a girl who was in dance and Batsu, of course. But I would also say I thought 16 Gen had really good. They looked very parallel and very, very tight to be expected. 16 Gen are kind of like the Wonder Kids. But for me, this is really the story of Team 8 not getting recognition. Okay, how many of these battles Team 8 has to win before like they get their own theater, they get their own thing, like all that stuff. But now I guess with the shuffle, maybe it doesn't matter. They're getting plenty of time in theaters now. But what upset me about that was like, okay, you're gonna have 2 teammates represented. Why not get NGT in there? You know, I don't think NGT performed, correct?
Nope.
So
Nope.
you know, why not? You could have thrown in 3 girls. I was curious to see who were the dancers in NGT that we should look out for. Do any of you guys know who was considered to be like the best dancers in NGT?
In NGT.
NGT.
Because I don't know.
I actually don't know.
Right?
I think it's Ogino.
Ogino Hika. Okay.
I think she's one.
But who else? Like,
no.
so that's my point. That's my point. Like, why not give NGT a chance to show us who are the good dancers? Yes, Yayo.
I think they performed before too, like Honma Hinata and the other girl. They were doing the ballet thing.
Oh, the ballet thing. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Well, so that's my point. Like I mean, giving teammate, that was a little bit of an unfair advantage that you get them in twice. So they have more of a chance to win overall. But I would say the UE team. Let's be honest. That girl, I don't know. Was it Yui that was in the front of that group mostly? She's super skinny, and like when she bends her body. It looks amazing how she can bend herself almost like a contortionist when she dances. So her moves are like over inflected. So when you watch her dance, it's really dramatic looking. So, and then also too, when they were swinging their arms, they were freaking in sync, man. I don't know. That's ridiculous.
That was so good, and that was what SKE was failing at. They were good dancers as individual, but not as group.
No, their comment was true there. Okay, I actually don't disagree with that, but I still think overall, like if you hear like that, and then what did he say about what was it, 16 Gen? Oh, you guys should have your individuality come on. It's like, what do you want? Do you want individuality? Which one? Make up your freaking mind. And also too, I hated that they did Showa songs. I don't like the Showa era. I don't. It's old, and it's not like good like 80s American rock old. Like it's just not interesting to me. There's only maybe a handful of Japanese Showa songs that I think are okay, but it's like I wish they would have just did like hardcore dance songs, like something that like really showcase. Because then I think SKE might have won. Because I don't think they could match like I don't know. I mean the teammate's ridiculous. Like I gotta give it up to them. Honestly, those girls. They know how to dance. The way their bodies contort is really visually dramatic. Overall, they're just great dancers. But again, what's this gonna get them? Like it's this will be forgotten in a month, and I think it shouldn't be but this is the curse of AKB48. This is the curse. If you are talented in singing or dancing, you're usually relegated to the back, and you'll graduate eventually. It's like you have to have something else. Do you ever notice that? Fujita Nana is arguably one of the greatest dancers AKB's ever had. I don't care what you say. She's ridiculous. And she won Junkin, which has nothing to do with dancing. But when she came out with Minakishi Evidence, that song is amazing. Her dancing in that is ridiculous. And she doesn't even get to perform it half the time. It's other people performing it. And it's just like this girl should be at the focal point, And it's nothing. It doesn't matter.
Well, she doesn't want to be, actually. That's the whole thing. She really doesn't want to be like all top member. She just wants to perform, be on Kimidare, that she really like, and she does ballet on their style that Sugi does pretty well. I think she's like, as long as I have these and these certain dates that I get my income, I'm fine. I'm doing well. I'm enjoying myself. That's okay. And to be honest, that's sometimes smarter, because the fight to be a top member in AKB48 is hard and could give you a lot of stress. It doesn't feel well. So it's okay to have certain members to be like, I'm fine. That idea, it's like...
No, yeah, I agree. It's a smart move if you're looking at this as a business, as a job, sure. But for me, I always wondered, like, if Fujita had been pushed more. She's drop dead gorgeous. I'm this close to her face. She is perfect looking, not a blemish on that girl's face or body. She can dance great. Her voice isn't bad, and honestly, like, she gets no love, and so I think she made that decision a long time ago when she saw the writing on the wall. Like a lot of these girls do, they realize I'm never gonna be Achan, I'm never gonna be Yuko. Like I'm never gonna be that type. So I'm never gonna get that push. So I'll just try to find my own niche. That's not a bad thing, but it's like, when I see her dance, I think AKB is not a group that necessarily honors good dancers or good singers. You have to have something else, like an overall package or something.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. That je ne sais quoi that like an Achan or Yuko has, or today even, I don't know who, like Okada Nana has. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or maybe
like there's just, you're right. Like, what do they have? You know, that like, why doesn't Fujita Nana get it? Fujita Nana can hold her own with Matsui Juna. Why can't she be like Matsui Juna? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm kind of like wondering, like when I've seen this dance competition, it made me think of stuff like that. Even Team 8 especially. Those girls, they deserve to be Kami 7 if we're going by talent. But I don't know if any of them will even rank high.
Have you ever watched a Fujita Nana showroom?
I think I did actually. She's real low key. You know, she's just chill.
Yeah.
She don't really get into it that much. But then again, why should she at this point? Like I said, she's already
That's not.
relegated herself.
That's just a thing. You just gave yourself the answer. It's when you compare this to like a Matsui Jurina showroom or something like that. It's like the energy level from Matsui Jurina is always on 10,000. I don't know. It's like always this high level.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like the personality comes out more like an exaggeration. It's always online. It's always active. It's always on work mode. And with Fujinada, it's like, okay, yeah. It's like that's not a bad thing. But to get out there, to get recognized and well known, you have to be that active. That's why a good example of being hyper and active is Ogino. She's like crazy, just going every time, and Joe doing stuff like that. The energy stays high. I think that's the whole thing. And even with Nachang, look, she's not the crazy type going but her energy level is always, when the cameras are on, high. It's never like she's always like, okay, yes, I'm here, just focused like in there, and there's never like a relaxation moment. And it's weird to see that, but in an entertainment business, relaxing is like dead air. And you don't want dead air. You need to have that excitement. So if you look at all these people, there's always something exciting about them. And Fujinada, super good dancer, drop dead gorgeous, sings well, but excitement level is, and that's why personally, like Iriyama Anna, she's exciting. Well, not exciting. She's like very pretty, very good. I don't know about her singing, but she's always so mellow, and that's why she's like in between. It's like I know she can when she's with someone. When she's with Kawairina, she's super funny, or with Paru, or she's like the good supporting role. But that's why she's getting high in the position. But under that, on herself, it's like it's a very mellow style, and that's why they don't get far top. It's just it's so mellow, and I don't think you need mellow in an idol group.
Well, but I don't know. I guess to play devil's advocate, what about Koji Haru? That girl had no energy level, and yet she's one of the most important idols of AKB.
Okay.
No,
because yes, she is quieter than the rest, but it's not mellow. One of the biggest lines is always like Koji Haru has one line she goes to, and it was always like "Nani kore?" Just always the high pitched "Nani kore?" she would say. It's like, what is this? What is this? Every time on AKBingo, she would, when she ate that bad tofu, she goes like panic and like, Nani kore? And it's like, she was paired up with Yuko. Yuko is like super energetic, and she had to, she's mellow on that side, but she's always, giving her voice, giving opinion, and because she's an airhead on that side, she's just saying something stupid, and then she smiles and just like, why are you smiling for? There's always, that's what I mean with the supporting role. There's always someone exciting that can take over it, and that's what you also need. You need a lead to someone, so there's no dead air on her side. When Koji Haru is somewhere, You don't have the feeling. That's why she was like, you know, the show that they did for a long time with Asahi or Asashi.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
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 yeah.
Yeah, she was there. She didn't do much.
Ariyoshi.
Yeah, Ariyoshi. Oh, thank you.
Yoshi, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
there was no like dead air. She was always like, she gave that famous line like with Takahashi Judy's like, she looks like she has dead eyes. You know those moments. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still giving lines, and I can tell much about Koji Haru giving that. So, and that's with Iriyama as well. I remember like a segment with Paruru when she was like giving advice, and she's like, "Do I don't have a catchphrase, or I need something like a catchphrase." And she's very quiet, and then just Paru says admirable, and she goes very mellow answer, but she gives more interesting. So no dead air on that side, but most of the time it is dead air with her. So there are members that give that, but again with Fujita Nana, it's I watch Kimidare as well. She's very fun in there, but she's really relying on the others to help her. On her own, she's very mellow and just quiet.
No, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe like I see your point because I'm thinking of Itano Tomomi. Like Tomo-chan's real, like just this, you know, the whole time, and she never made it all the way to the top. I mean, she came somewhat close, but never did. So I see your point, but like I think at the same time, you know, we could get in all individuals and like, you know, we can go the opposite. There's some plenty Genki members that never made it. Like
It
Yeah.
is interesting. So too. You mean Akimoto Saika?
Akimoto, like, but she was never Kami 7, never.
No, she was
No.
always the supporter, Akimoto.
Always support her, and she should have been.
No, but
Kami 7
she
all
does
the
have
way.
her now YouTube series where it's only Akimoto Saika on AKBingo. Just remember.
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, but I
Yeah.
think you need to look
Good
at that
point.
even further. So, if she wasn't that energetic, how low would she be on the card? Would she even be top 16 Senbatsu sometimes? That's also the thing. So, yes, you may have missing that other niche. That's why she's not on the top. I think big one on energy is Miyazawa Sai. She was also not. She was
Sai-chan.
Kami 7. Just was she Kami 7?
Did she-
I'll take a quick look. I'll take a quick look.
Yeah, the whole thing was she wanted to be Kami 7 one last time, and then Miyawaki Sakura stole the position, and now GinoZX forever
Okay.
hates Miyawaki Sakura.
No, the closest she got was position 8, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
it was
thing.
8.
She really wanted to be
It was
Kami 7 one time, but it's always 8. And okay, what was she missing? She's like the most energetic person as ever. I think that's the other side. You need to find that balance. I think good examples are you need to have the beauty. You need to be an all-rounder to be that. You need to have the beauty, excitement. Look, another mellow one was the biggest one ever, Achan. But
Oh, yeah.
the thing when she was on, then it's like
Oh, she was so on.
yeah, just
Yeah.
airhead, funny stuff, just a little weird stuff, and you know. So you need to find that niche, and that's what I think Fujita Nana, for example, is missing yet. She can do it, just a little more. It's not effort. It's just energy. I think she's a little bit more energy.
You know what else it is too? I just realized that hearing you say that, it's relatability. I think if you are able to relate to these people in the idol world, that's gonna have the most deepest impact on you. Because
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, for example, if you are a very athletic, Genki girl, Sai-chan's gonna stick out great for you. If you're a guy who really can appreciate like that Genkiness, Sai-chan would be your girl. Versus like if you're a girl who's into beauty, or you really, as a guy, you just really appreciate girls that are drop dead gorgeous, Tomo-chan would be your girl. You know what I mean? So different things like that. A lot of different charm points to relate to and stuff. So I think in that sense, many people may not be able to relate to a girl who's a great dancer, a perfect singer, because not many of us are either of those things. So you have to have something else. You know, Achan, you know why she was the best? You know why she's great? Because everybody can relate to her. Everybody. Who hasn't been that vulnerable, like scared 14-year-old boy or girl, you know, who didn't want the world to be on their shoulders and yet somehow had been in some point in their life. Everybody can relate to that. And I think that's why Achan was so successful in that regard, you know?
Tetchi.
Well, no,
Yeah.
the thing is, though, Tetsu's coming 10 years too late, you know? We've already been through the Achan experience. Now we want something else. It's like, you know, I think with Tetsu's case, we can't relate to a girl maybe who necessarily is absent half the time from her responsibilities, even though we are all guilty of that. And maybe somebody who's that freaking talented at 15. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's a little different for her.
I'll guarantee you, I'll go to her, and I'll be one of them. The moment she'll be back, we'll be excited again.
Yeah,
I'm always excited. I'm not excited. I'm a huge Techi supporter. She needs to take a year off, go to Paris, and find herself. Go. I don't care. Like I really want her to succeed because she's impressed the heck out of me. She's one of the few idols that has impressed the heck out of me out of the entire 48-46 series because she consistently has led Kea to greatness. 4 or 5 songs in a row is not easy to do when you're a brand new idol group that has 1,000+ idol songs before you in AKB that have already been done. What do you do after that? They somehow found a way to be new and worth a conversation. That's awesome.
I saw Tsuchida on another show, and he was talking about the new song from Keikosaka, and it's like what you just said, he said exactly the same thing. The whole thing they're doing right now is totally different than the idol norm. There's no cutesy here. No, she starts off by kicking a TV to the side, and then it's like burning up and just dancing, all mad looking. It's like, yeah, this is what people want nowadays.
I kind of think that's why I like NJT's second single, because Oki's having like a breakdown. She wants to be this great out, and then Kitari and you Karen are like, excuse me for swearing, but bitch, please, like you ain't doing it, like you gotta burn it. And then she does, and she see it. But then what happens at the end of the video? She's going nuts, crying. It's like that's different. That's something I feel. I mean, yeah, granted, if you really want to get technical, you go back to the old comedy videos. AKB had all that drama too. They were all fighting each other and stuff, and it was all there. And they still do, but I would say like it's a little more pronounced now. When you have an idol literally kicking the crap out of a TV, and your background isn't the beach and there's no Mizugi, but it's like a abandoned warehouse and like weird ritualistic like contraptions. That's definitely new.
And that's the main song. They didn't even talk about Mori. That's just I really love that song. Well, this was a good discussion. Hour flew by best. So
30 an hour?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
there's actually news. Actually, it just.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah. Show. Go ahead.
Yukirin is producing her own stage.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so that's gonna be etchy as hell.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, do we have already members who are gonna perform?
All 3rd gen draftees and some of the 16 gen Kenkyus, I think.
Ooh, interesting.
Meh.
Hey, you never know. A star could come out of that. That'd be cool.
Well, that'd be cool, but it's Yukirin. I'm predicting like lots of etchy sexiness style, and
but there was
Kenkyusei and young 16 gen and stuff like that. It's more.
I see your point. Yeah, not cool. Yeah, good point. Yeah. I'd rather be the older members. Yeah, agreed. Well, maybe it won't be like that though. Like Karen does like traditional idol stuff, it seems. So, and her own music, I think, is very traditional kind of sounding.
Yeah, her concerts her solo concerts are amazing always.
Yeah,
very visually great.
If she brings more of that, it'd be great.
Okay. I'll definitely say this song will be in there. It's gonna be Strawberry Shortcake. It's gonna be definitely in there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an idol stage though. She said it's
an idol stage, so yeah, it's gonna be definitely that one. So it's gonna be that song. It's gonna be Idol. Is that song called Idol? No.
Oh.
It's like what Mayu performs like a lot of times.
Pajama Drive?
No, it is not Pajama Drive. It's a song. It's like what it go? It's like It's Mayu performing it like a lot of times, and it's like Idol to na 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 da da da.
Seifuku. Something Seifuku.
Seifuku Sisters?
No?
Oh, Rapper in situ? That one?
something something. It's like it's like saying a lot of idols. Like idol stop. She's an idol. That's what
Idol,
singing.
Idoru wa nante iranai yo. Something.
Yeah, I think that's the song you're talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Jeez.
Idoru wa yo ba naide or something.
I think Yume no Kiss Me will be on there.
Oh, you would kiss me, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song. Let's see what else will be on there that will say that's definitely idol style. Cherry boy, Cherry girl.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else would be very idol like? I think also a slow song to keep it mellow. So na 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 na. That song na 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 na.
Nakinaga Home.
Yeah, that's could be on there. What else? Come on, guys, give me something. Let's make our own set list.
Rapparenshi.
Ao sora o soba ni ite.
Okay.
Ao.
Yeah, that's a good one. Derek?
I'm really bad with like the traditional idol songs because I never listen to them. It's like I like the more edgier, dancier stuff, as you guys know, or like just the old school stuff. But I would, if I had to include one, I know this is gonna sound weird, but like maybe something real low key as like a midpoint, like the Yesai song, like the vegetable song. You know what I'm talking about?
Yesai Sisters.
Yesai Sisters.
Yesai
I think that'd be
Sisters.
really
That's
cool.
a good song.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. It'd be kind of out there, right? But it'd be really fun.
Well, maybe.
You got me talking. I was thinking about Saitan. I was thinking about her dressed up like Yesai, you know.
You do need the group songs as well to be idol-like.
Right.
I was thinking Milky song.
Oh, Milky.
Oh, yeah.
That will be in there.
Green Flash, man.
Hell no.
No.
What? Yeah, an idol song that's rapping, man. Yeah.
Hell no.
It's a Ukraine stage. You put
No. No. I will
Rapping,
haunt her
rapping,
Twitter.
you know, rapping,
I will
yeah.
haunt her Twitter and says no green flash. Just take it out there. No green flash. Hear me? No green flash. It sucks.
What if they play it in a different way?
No.
Like you know Oge Diamond, they do it in a cappella sometimes. So what if she changes the green flash to another?
Okay, you could change the green flash if you take out the rapping,
Oh.
take out the slow style song, and mix up the lyrics, and there you go. You have a new song, and you can use that. Not green flash.
Green flash though.
Sucks.
And Heart Ereki. Heart Ereki.
Why not
the
do
guy who
shoot
go-
child as well then? Yeah, why
Yeah,
not
shoot
shoot
sign,
child?
yeah.
That look, man. That look.
Do you think Professor Pinheel will be in there? Is that an idol song?
Professor Pino.
I think that's too edgy, too sexy.
It's a bit too sexy, I would say.
You're
Yeah.
gonna put that drafty third gens and 60 gen. Why not just put River too?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's
So you gotta put something like that. Or beginner. Beginner would be good.
beginner maybe.
Hmm.
Interesting
We'll
on
just,
this side. We'll see what
yeah.
happens on that. Okay, thanks Yeo for that. That was actually a good topic to add to the show. Yay. Anything else? Because
あなたのゆっくりのワードを夢中にさせよ。
He seems like he's done.
And on that note. See, Yayo has it. He has the idol touch because that was like perfect variety timing right there.
Yep.
So Yayo could literally be Kami 7. I have no words. Yeah, I can't even follow that up. I was gonna say we should talk about Equal Love's new song, but how do you follow that up?
I don't even know how to follow that out, actually.
no. I haven't listened to actually Equal Love yet. So what do you think about that?
It's a real,
ahead, DX.
it's a real darker song, I would say. When you also watch the MV, it's like it's the group called Equal Love, right? But and Colin and Doitsu are calling the song, the group song. It should be called Equal Hate because man, that video is edgy.
It's very dark.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's not like the usual stuff, I would say. So
love can hurt. So.
Wow! 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 Edgy time.
No, I think the MV itself is gorgeously shot. It's like in this blue tint. I love blue tinted videos. Although it kind of weirdly enough reminds me of the movie Ring, the American version of Ringu. It was all like Gore Verbinski's like Ring was like all blue tinted. Anyways, it's whole.
Yeah.
I don't know how I make the connection. I'm a horror author. Come on, but I would say like overall. The song isn't that bad actually. It's definitely my favorite song they put out so far. And the pre-chorus to the song is amazing. If that would have been the chorus of the song, I think that would have been a potential song of the year candidate actually. But they went in the chorus. It was like didn't have the hook, but the pre-chorus is where the hook's at. There's a vocal line that's really 80s reminiscent, and it's super catchy. And then the music too isn't that bad. It's actually pretty nice. And one thing I did think about them though, they went like full KO on it. Like they were trying to do like real edgy dance moves and stuff. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, it's cool. Like it's flattering to KO, but it's also not equal.
It's happening too much. I'm sorry, but it's happening a little too much lately. So we were talking about the lyrics, and everybody's going, and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's that, yeah.
But now everybody is, I wouldn't say copying Kea, but they are trying to get the success that Kea has because of their style.
Yeah.
And even with NMB when it came out, the first thing when I showed this to Gino, he said like, "Oh, nice Kea ripoff." It's more. And it's happening a lot lately, so I'm worried that it's so hypocritical to say this, but I like the fact that they are going this way, but I don't like the fact they are really copy pasting other groups to go to their success. So it's weird.
That could be a question of personnel working with the groups, because I imagine there's a lot of trade over between choreographers, things like that go from group to group. Like maybe, for example, Sashi asked Kea's producer, like, hey, can we borrow your choreographer for Equal Love's next song? We want to do something a little more edgier. So of course it's going to have the Kea style to it. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. They all work together. That's cool. But to me, it's like every group needs to have their own identity, especially Equal Love, when they're like outside of the whole 48, 46 fold. Like they're not technically a group that's affiliate. I mean, they are, but they're not. Like, but I consider them like a sister group in a way, because I do like them. They're all great girls and they're cool. But I think like, and by the way, somebody still needs to sub their whole training stuff because it was amazing. What a great lesson in what it means to be an idol, a major idol. But I would say like Equal Love, it was definitely different for them. And it's a welcome addition for me. It's more my style. But I think like if they continue down that road, they're not going to have an identity.
You know,
because they were building one, but I don't know what they're doing now. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
You know, I have this big question now. So we have the 80s type, what idols was. We have the 90s type, we have such on. What if the Kea style would be the standard for like 10 years or like even further? That will be like the norm for idol songs. And then the old style will be forgotten, and then later year it will come back like a whole fashion thing. So
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, so we have in the 80s like the cutesy style, the singulars who were idols. Then we have the 2000s that be like, you know, AKB golden era on that side. But now maybe it's time for the new style. So maybe starting from 2020 you have the Kea Kizaka style actually. And that from 20 till the 30s.
If you look at American music, it's the same. 80s was like not as, I think, edgy as it is now. I mean, my goodness, like some American music you listen to, it's like it's trap beats and swearing and craziness all around.
Yesterday, actually, yeah. So I have a story for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yesterday I did a walk for 15 kilometers with friends. With Gino was there as well. We took a stop and we were at this Boy Scouts area. And they were having it was the first nice day, so there's food everywhere, music, and you know that song? I don't want to swear on the show, but it's the song. It's it's like hip hop or R&B maybe.
Yeah.
And he says something. But tonight I'm effing you, that style. But it was the uncensored version, and I'm like, you know, you have kids walking around here, and this is the first thing they are hearing. And then the next song, it's another song that's uncensored. I'm like, yeah, that's the norm right now. And to be honest, I'm so glad I'm listening to Japanese music only. And even coworkers are talking about, yeah, your music's blah blah blah. It's like, have you listened to what the latest hits are? It's like you have the one of the #1 hits in the Western American style is the song is called Bad Things, I think. And it's this guy who's going monotone singing, goes It's like, how is that exciting? How is that a #1 hit? It doesn't feel exciting. It really is trash. And it's my opinion. But it's more like the music nowadays, and I'm getting old. I'm like, back in my day, music was a lot better. But it's more, it really, really sucks nowadays. There's not, if a lot of times I put on some 80s, 90s music, you know, the rock, you know, give me the Guns N' Roses, the Metallicas, the Beatles even.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm copying the rock, you know. If you smell... you know Dwayne Johnson, the rock, you know?
Yeah, I know, but, huh?
Okay, could you elaborate on this situation, please?
Yeah, wait. You're asking a person with multiple personality disorder to elaborate. That's not a good idea. He went from being Kojimako to Yukirin to now this. I mean, it's just... Take your pick on what you wanted to say.
Also, that is your rock impression by doing this?
Yeah, because he does this.
Yeah, great impression. You totally had me convinced.
Why not just the eyebrow raise?
I can't do that, that's why.
Oh, you can do that. Okay. Or just go like la 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 la. No?
No.
Yeah, you're totally the rock. I see it
that's you know what? Yo, you just get this from me.
Yep.
Okay.
At least I got something, though.
Yeah, okay. Well, since we're off the rails anyway, let's go then to recommendations for next week, since this week was not existent.
Well, I would recommend the new variety show from Hiragana Hayasaka46.
Yes, episode 1 came out, so you watched it, and what did you think?
It was quite fun, actually, because it's aside of Sasaki Kumi, who is Josh's Oshi. I don't really know anyone from Hiragana Hayasaka, so it's a really nice intro. The first episode was basically them assembling at the studio and starting a program, but they didn't know the MCs yet. So then the MCs, which happens to be Audrey, are like, yeah, who are you guys filled out an enquete, and
a what?
Like, yeah, it's
you don't know a form.
A form. Thank you for that. Yeah. So anyway, they filled out, and one of the questions was, who do you like to be the MC for this program? And there are several MCs mentioned, like Matsuko Deluxe or Sankaku and stuff like that.
Matsuko Deluxe was added on that? Ooh,
really?
Someone was daring. Whew.
Yep.
Yeah.
But in any case, Audi themselves weren't mentioned, and you got a little PO about that. It's like, why didn't you mention us when they actually arrived at the studio? So
I don't believe that, to be honest. I think that's a gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, the only thing I'd say about that is,
that's Audi pretty much.
I hear Okamuro's looking for a job.
Well, she was in Machika Wrestling recently.
Yeah, but anyways.
That's something. Okay, but
so it was good. It was good done.
It was a good show because they gave out an intro, and they gave out a brief summary about the yeah, yo.
My God.
Tooth.
Twos, yes.
Dude, yeah, get 2 on that one.
Okay. Derek, your recommendations?
Mine's kind of long. If anyone else has theirs, you guys go first.
I'll ask Yeho, but Derek.
To the person whose name is Yayo inside, can you hear me? Can you come out?
blink twice if you're there.
Yeah, we might get Akipi. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who
I have
knows?
to mention this. Oh God. He's actually coming. Oh man. Oh boy.
You summit him.
Yeah,
I
pretty
did.
much.
Something
Before Akipi arrives, though, we have to mention a graduation announcement. Hayasaka Tsumugi.
Ah, we could have talked about that. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. There's not much to talk about because during her absence, it was already, feeling like she didn't fit in anymore. And when she came back, she tried, but it didn't work out. And she's like, yeah, what's else to say? She really doesn't think she fits in the idol world. She's getting older, and not because of her age, but I think she's now visualizing like, this is not for me. She was starting at the group when she was young, and now it's like, no, I want to do something else. Well, I'll ask about this. What do you think about the whole graduation announcement from?
Well, hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. First of all, Akipi Otsukare-sama. To Robin's question. So we heard that one of your, a somewhat popular members and teammate announced their graduation. What do you think about Tsu-chan graduating? What are your thoughts, Akipi?
I think it's the same as that Team K Kenkyusei member who's the same gen, like Kaori or something.
Don't know his own member's name.
I know, right? Yeah, like the Kenkyusei we were just talking about like a few episodes back. Like I think basically what happened to her, like oh, I can't do this anymore, basically, because my body is just not fit for like the intense of 8 teammates.
I think that's also true, but I think also her style, when Muramoto was just chill, she's also quiet. She's not the idly type. She turning into more Ikemen style, and it's like, I think she knows like, this is not for me, being the idol. So yeah, she still has time to choose out the school and have a normal life on that side. She was getting popular on that side, but she doesn't feel like being an idol is something that she wants to do. So yeah, it's like it's a graduation announcement, more like it's just, I'm done. It was fine. So all right. Anyone else questions for Akipi before we go to Derek's recommendations?
How is Inagaki Kaori doing?
I don't know.
Wow.
I need to write. I need to plan my boat now.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Wow.
Short visit. He's so busy, that man.
Yep.
Yeah, we're surprised he even had time for 2 questions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you missed him again this week. He was wearing the same shirt though. You got the same idea of fashion, so that's very good.
Yeah, you inspired him.
Yeah, Derek, your recommendations for next week.
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, the East Meets West Music Fest is officially going live at some point today. I messed up on the poster a couple times, so I'm just waiting to get that done, and then I'm going to put up all the pages. 48 Talk is a sponsor, so thank you guys, along with several other people that have made this already a success without it even happening yet. Had a lot of people help and contribute, but basically August 18th and 19th, Chain Reaction in Anaheim, 2-day festival, a lot of American groups, Japanese Americans, and then 3 very special idol groups from Japan. The group I'm currently working with, Necronome Idol, they're headlining. Co-headlining is Yanakoto Sotomuto, I can officially say that. And then also co-headlining is Hanako-san, the 14th generation from the toilet. That's like her official title. And talked with Yanamute. Yanakoto's often called Yanamute or Yanamute. And talked with Hanako quite a bit. They are extremely excited about coming to America. Of course, Necronomidal is going to crush it. They can't wait. It's a real honor and privilege to bring them. I was possibly thinking about bringing another group because I had 2 groups that I originally announced drop off. Unfortunately, last minute. Actually, 3 groups. 2 groups and an artist, but it actually worked out really well because of timing and money and everything. So it's not that I don't miss them. I wanted them all to play, but it's actually, I think, for the better. And I still could bring possibly one more idol group from Japan. I am thinking about it because I may be able to have that happen. It's really going to depend on everyone. Tickets go on sale pretty much today. Chain Reaction will have the link up. VIP tickets will also go on sale. VIP tickets are $100. $250, $500, and $1,000. And yes, I know those are crazy numbers. Please understand the 500 and 1,000 levels are purely for fans who want to help, because there's nothing I could possibly offer that even justify that price. And everybody knows that. Everybody involved knows that. We are offering a lot, though. You'll see the VIP tiers, what they involve. I feel like there is some cool stuff. You know, like the 500,000, you're going to get a personal item from one of the members. Hanako-san, for example, is a great artist, so she's agreed to draw stuff. So you'll get a 1 in a million, like once in a lifetime drawing. She doesn't give those out. So there's things like that if you're a fan of those groups, that it would be very useful. All of that's going to be discussed on the VIP page, which will be on Eventbrite. I'm going to use them again. I like their system. They're very cool. But it's in conjunction with Chain Reaction. The VIP event will be on that Sunday, the 19th, from 2 to 4. So if you don't get a VIP ticket, you can't be part of that. But that will include checkies. We are doing individual checkies for all 11 members of all the groups. So you will have 11 checky lines. It's going to be insane. But we're doing something called Seri Bango. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but basically what that means in Japan, you get put into the VIP, the order that you buy your ticket and the level. So if you buy the $1,000 ticket and you're the first person to buy the $1,000 ticket, you are first in line. Versus if you are buying the 50th $100 ticket, you will be 50th in the $100 line. So the order you buy your tickets is very important. So the faster you buy your tickets, the better it is for you. We're doing this not to get you to buy tickets fast, because I don't need that. We're doing it because it's organization, because we have to make it fair to everybody. I learned that the last time when we did lineup for group checky at all the events in America for the Necronomidal tour in December. There was a bit of disarray and people were just lining up, and it just, you know, some of the bigger idol fans, I guess you could say, I don't want to say felt slighted, but I can tell, like I had people, the first person to buy their tickets and they were last in line. So I just felt bad for them, and we don't want that. So also just, and you'll be hearing me say more and more about this later, but like gifts are appreciated and allowed. If you want to bring it, the idols are very grateful. If not, that's okay too. We don't expect it or anything. But normally the tickets are $40 for each day in advance, $50 day of the show, $70 for both days, and $100 gets you VIP. So only $30 more. You're gonna get access to meet idols, and actually, because they're not going to do that during the show or after. There will be merch sold, you know, throughout the whole shows, of course. There's special merch too. But yeah, I mean, I try to make it as fair as possible. Me and Ricky worked on it a lot.
This sounds like a lot of fun. Really,
it's gonna be a blast.
This is gonna be amazing. So not only you get for this standard price, you're saying the price is high, but for this price alone, you're getting like multiple groups, like concert, like events, plus also the effect you can have a chance to meet them. Plus, all the people will be there and, you know, sharing all the information. So this sounds like a fair price for this all amazing event you're getting on this side.
Well, it's fair because I've had a lot of sponsors give a lot of money already, so I've been able to drop the price drastically from what I originally had it. I've had a lot of people. Paul, one of our biggest supporters here too, Paul from Sweden, he gave a gigantic donation I can't even put into words, but he made it really possible, along with several other people too that gave some nice sized contributions. But he made a huge contribution, just dropped my ticket prices way down. And again, this is the power of idol fans, which I love idol fans because you're very passionate, but this is going to require a lot of passion because even with all of this, I still need to fill the place. Chain reaction can hold 400. I need at least half that to break even. I'm just putting that out there. However, again, day one, Abigail Williams, you're getting, from the Washington area. They're like, legends of metal at this point. Abigail Williams is headlining along with Necronomidal. You're going to have Wolf King from San Francisco, Name from San Francisco, Phoenix Ash, a Japanese style band from San Francisco and Tokyo. You're going to have Paprika Marie, a very, very awesome anime style idol from Los Angeles, who is also my MC. Tiny little Japanese American girl with a very incredibly huge, larger than life personality. One of my good friends. Ferry, they're debuting. They're from the Idol Academy. There's an actual Idol Academy in America. This is going to be like their testing grounds. They're going to get to learn what it means to be an idol right on our stage. So they're opening. So that's going to be, you could go support them. And Name, they're incredible. There's so many great groups that are going to be part of this. Just I tried to make it as fair as possible, and I think I did that.
You're doing an amazing job, dude. It's really fun to see because when you first starting to get this idea in your head and you started announcing a little bits here on the show, and to where it is now, it's great to see this growth. And we talked about growth on this show.
Yep.
It's also fun to see how this is working out.
Yep.
So how could you not get excited for this? This is really just a fun thing to be, and I know this will be like a huge thing and like a huge fun event. So props to you, man. It's like this is just great that this is happening. So very good recommendation.
It's this show that made it too. I've met a lot of fans that have contributed. There's a couple of fans that talk to me in the comments every week that I've met in Los Angeles and have given me money for the show. So I can't thank all those people enough, and I will continue to thank everybody. And then also too, to add to this, in the Netherlands in June at the anime convention, Necronomidal I'm bringing, thanks to Jody and you and everybody involved at the anime convention Netherlands. Necronomidal will be making their first appearance ever in Holland. That will cap off their European tour that they are doing, and
I hope they're ready. I hope they're ready for because they haven't ever experienced a Dutch crowd, and you, sir, have experienced a Dutch crowd.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys are awesome.
We are insane, and hopefully they can handle our situation. Hey,
yes,
I haven't seen Necronomidal performing live as well, so who knows? Maybe I'm not ready. But this is going to be very interesting and also, again, very exciting for this side. So
yeah, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. There's going to be Checkies, Bupon. I'll be running the Bupon. There will be a question and answer session, I believe. I think Jody wanted that to help us get to know. So there'll be that special item. The girls will be hanging out probably most of the day. It's going to be a real chance to meet like genuine idols. And I'm not just talking any idols. Like Necroma is at the top of the idol underground world as well. Like there was a recent poll done of like the most famous or like groups like outside of Japan or like people from outside Japan that want to meet or know in Japan underground idols. Necroma came in third, right underneath like Bish and stuff. So I mean, they're not small anymore. Like every show I see, they are crushing it. And yesterday was. Their fans went so crazy, it was unreal. So it's like you're going to get to meet like one of the hardest working, most devoted groups that's run the most professionally. And honestly, Ricky has poured his whole heart and soul into this. And as a foreigner who, by the way, speaks fluent Japanese and impresses everybody, he just deserves a big pat on the back. I'm really honored to work with him. He's teaching me the business, but I'm seeing it. I'm not just saying this because he's my like senpai. Like honestly, like he impresses everyone, and his girls impress everyone because they bring their A game every time. So you like Necronomidal's special. They're really special. So everyone's gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun.
So what you're saying now is at this anime convention in the Netherlands, you're not only getting this amazing idol show. But we also are going to have a viewing party for the Sosenkyo from AKB48. You can hang out with us. You know, you'll be there, Derek, of course. Because why would you not be? Then we have DX. Yale's in Japan, maybe live at the event itself.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah. And, you know, we'll just have fun around as well. We're talking about more of idols. And plus, you have so many other events you can do as well at AnimeCon. We're going to have a crazy party on Saturday in the evening as well. It's like you can all play games. You can all just have merchandise stands that probably have sell idol stuff like CDs or DVDs even. And just figurines, or I think there's even cosplay and like foam weapons you can buy. It's also pretty fun in Insanity on that side. Just sounds to me like AnimeCon is going to be a great party this year. Like this entire amazing event. So again, people, if you haven't gone already and you have the chance to go, come to the Netherlands, The Hague, AnimeCon World Forum. It's gonna be such an insane time.
I went last year. I'll tell you what, it was one of the best decisions of my life. I'm not a big fan of like Europe as a whole. Nothing against Europeans. I love all of you, but I don't know. There's nothing there for me. But honestly, I love the Netherlands. It's what a great time we had, and it's gonna be even better now. You know. It's just because while we're going to have a bigger crowd and more stuff and idols, real genuine idol group is going to be there. So it's just, I don't know, like this is going to keep getting bigger and bigger. It's going to keep growing. I know it.
Also going to have karaoke. I'll probably sing some few bars on the side. Hey Derek, if we can have an amazing time with a stick and a bicycle, then it's just gonna be insanity all over.
I'm still mad at that stick, by the way. It's gonna hear some swear words from me in Dutch if it's not careful. If it messes with me again.
Helaas pindakaas. Okay. Well, again, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.
Vote for Tanny.
Green flash! Please, green flash!
Oh, you traitor!